What's good? What's good, y'all? This is your girl, Coach L. You are officially tuned in to the Radical Radio podcast. I wanted to take this time to come on and celebrate being Black. I want again, this is the Radical Radio Black Parade. We celebrating being Black today. This is the last day of Black History Month. So I only thought it would be fitting to do it this day, and let's talk about it. I'm your girl again, Coach L with Radical Radio. I am the founder and visionary of Radical Life Ministries, which does house this dope platform, Radical Radio, Radical Eyewear and Accessories, as well as Radical Life Coaching. I am a certified life coach, a certified spiritual life coach to be exact. I assist my clients with being unapologetically bold and purposely authentic. Why? Because a lot of times people understand what their purpose is, but they don't know how to walk in it. It's something that, once you identify your purpose, you definitely want to, continue to be in that realm of purpose and move on purpose. So I can help my clients to do just that, to be unapologetically bold in the thing that they have been called to, and just to be authentic in it. I have been given permission. I was talking to my sister the other day, and we were talking about the permission that God gives us. And a lot of times people think that ministry is supposed to look a certain way. And we're going to the things that we have been conditioned to, and God has given me permission to be this radical chick. And one of my good girlfriends sent me a quote that says, it's by Angela Davis. It says, radical, hold on a second, let me see, what I got to make sure, because I don't want to say it wrong. um, it states that radical simply means grasping things at the root. And that was our own Queen Angela Davis that said that. And that struck me so much when she sent me that quote, because that's what radical life coaching is designed to do. My coaching ability is to go back and dig up the root of things, and then deal with those things so that we can properly heal. In the Black culture, there's been so many things in a family that can be swept under the rug. I am here to sweep those things from under the rug so that we can deal with them properly and heal from them properly. It's not, it's not, it's not a good thing that we just hold things in. I do believe in releasing. I do believe in, not holding on to things, because, that then leaves room for the enemy to use those things against you. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this Black Parade started. I do have some thoughts, and I want to share them with the listeners, because I went through something during the week, and I wanted to share it. I wanted to speak on it. This is my platform, and I have that right to speak on things that I've experienced. And I wanted to do that, right? So when I think of Black Parade, automatically I'm thinking of, Beyonce's song where she says, I'm going back to the South, going back, 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 where my roots ain't watered down. Growing like a ball tree, all life on fertile ground. Ancestors keep me on game, on charm, on gold chains with my ocean energy. Don't judge my singing, y'all, but real talk, like those lyrics be so powerful in that song. Like, I was in a position where the conversation was about careers. The conversation was about putting your name on a resume, and knowing that if you have a ethnic name, this was what was used, the term ethnic name, I don't know what that is, but if you had an ethnic name, that you would be unlikely to get a call back for a job. And that struck me, and it concerned me, because I feel like in this day and age, our young Black kids that we are telling these things to need to be educated, need to be informed, and need to be empowered. And what do I mean by that? My name is Ladina, right? And okay, you may see my name and you may automatically think that, okay, this may be a Black person. All right, I get that. But I want to empower our youth that I don't care if your name is, Bonquisha, you still can put your name on your resume, because what I was able to say, in my opinion, was, listen, if I put my name on a resume and you decide that, oh, you don't want to look at my resume and you don't want to bring me into an interview because of my name, that's your loss. That's not my loss. I don't want to work for somebody that's going to just simply look at my name on a resume and cast me out. Straight up. Like, no, I don't want to do that. And that's your loss. It's not mine. I'm not going to dim my light. I'm not going to dummy myself down and, change my name and put my middle name in place of my first name because I want to have a better chance at somebody calling me back for an interview. I'm not doing that. And at this point, I feel like we need to empower our young people to understand it doesn't matter. When you walk into a room, if they call you back for an interview, aside from your name, they're going to be able to see that you're experienced. They're going to be able to see that you're qualified. They're going to be able to see that, you speak well, that you have an interest in that job, whatever the case may be. They'll be able to see the fruits from you when you meet them, right? Listen, I come in, I might have green hair, purple hair, pink hair, yellow hair, whatever the color that I choose. I'm orange today. But when I speak and when you speak to me, you don't get the perception that I'm, a ratchet ghetto person because of how I look. Like, that's the biggest thing that I think, us as Black people, we got to deal with so much judging, so much ridicule by how we look, how we wear our hair, whether we have dreads, whether we have braids. Like, yo, I celebrate those things. We created culture that a lot of people want to steal and want to use because it's dope. We're dope individuals. So it's time for us to start empowering our young people to understand who they are. And I couldn't say this on the platform that I was on, but not only who they are, but whose they are. God created them to be unique, different, and they have their own sets of gifts and talents, that God has given them to be who they are. So bump a resume. Like, I'm not changing my name on a resume. Like, no, I'm not doing that. That's cap. It's not happening. I'm not dummying myself down because I want the chance to get an opportunity and you judging me based off my name. Like, no, I'm good. I don't need it. And to those that, feel like, and like I said, this is just my opinion. For those that feel like it's okay to do that, I just want to say to you, I don't appreciate you picking and choosing when you want to be Black. Because if you picking and choosing when you can display your Blackness, you ain't no different than the mugs that ran up in the Capitol building, in my opinion. Because you cap, you fool. Like, you don't keep it real. Like, I just don't feel the need to dumb down my Blackness. There was a time, and I'm gonna share this story with y'all. When I was living in Atlanta, I used to drive Uber, right? And I would go into affluent areas where, there may be Caucasian people. And I would change my music, right? I would change my music to fit something that they might like. Like, I might just, play some pop music or something like that. And I did this for quite a bit, right? And I said to myself, I had to ask myself the question, like, why are you changing your music? Like, you're the Uber driver. If they want you to change it, like I was, a good Uber driver where I would ask them if there was any music that they wanted to listen to. But if they didn't give me anything that they wanted to listen to, why am I changing my music to make them feel good? Like, Like it was something wrong with my music. And I had to check myself, y'all, like, because I couldn't understand why I was doing it. I couldn't understand why that was, like why I made it a point to do that. And also, like when you're in corporate America, a lot of times people think they know you, but they really don't know you. Like I would be at work and I would feel like I wasn't able to portray who I truly was. Like I had to dummy myself down or dim my light because people don't understand. And I'm kind of I'm tired of that. Not even kind of. I'm tired of that. Black people have gone through so much. We have been through so much oppression. We are still going through so much oppression, um, just unfairness, ridicule. Everything is our fault. Um, and like it's time for us to start celebrating our blackness. We don't have to dumb down because people don't understand us. We don't. We don't have to change our names on our resume because people judge us by our names. Like that's a them problem. That's not a us problem. And somebody can, tell me if I'm wrong. What's up, James? Thank you for joining. Somebody can tell me if I'm wrong, but here's the thing. Um, I haven't come into a place where I've ever seen a black person just say, man, like, I hate them because they them. Like, we don't set out to hate anybody. Here we are, we've been oppressed, we've been, ridiculed, we've been shot, we've been killed, we've been, just like slaughtered. And here we are still trying to figure out why we just can't all get along. Here we are still in present day after still being massacred. We're still the people that are saying, like, yo, why we just, can't all get along? Why they hate us so much? Why don't they like us? Right? So it's crazy. And at this point in my life, I am a black woman. I am a black entrepreneur. I am a black mother to young boys. Um, I have black grandchildren. It is my duty and it is my responsibility to uphold my blackness and celebrate being black. And we get 28 days. They gave us the shortest month, right? To celebrate Black history. And nowadays, it's like you can't even just celebrate Black history. You have to celebrate everything else along with it. The man-made holidays, world's greatest donut day, whatever the case may be, whatever they want to throw out. Like we just can't have nothing to ourselves. Like, and again, don't y'all can hold me to whatever y'all want to hold me to. This is my platform and I'm speaking my opinions and how I feel. Um, and it's just whack to me. It's whack. We have some amazing people. I live in Waukegan, Illinois, which is Lake County. Lake County at one time, I don't know if it still is or not, don't quote me, but Lake County was one of the richest counties in the world. And we have so many dope individuals in Lake County. So many dope individuals. Like entrepreneurship is bugging up in the town. Okay. Like real talk. We doing big things around here. I've lived in Atlanta and I've watched black people, overcome diversity, overcome, abuse, overcome rejection, overcome so much. Like we are such a resilient people. Y'all not gonna steal that from us. Who else? Like as a resilient people that we are, like we've been oppressed since 1965 and beyond, and we're still going through the same thing, yet we still rise. Stop playing. Stop playing with us. We are a unique people. We are, and it don't matter what y'all see. You always hear, blacks are killing blacks, whites are killing whites, you know, everybody's killing everybody, but at the end of the day, when you talk about blacks killing blacks, it all goes back to the generational cycle and dysfunction and oppression that we have endured, that we don't even, a lot of us don't even know who we are, because we have, and here's the thing. We don't realize that our ancestors, everything that let me use this, everything that they have gone through, it's embedded in our DNA. Everything that our ancestors have experienced and have been oppressed and have been beat on and killed and raped and abused and mistreated, that is a part of our DNA. It goes from generation to generation to generation to generation to generation, right? And my cousin was saying one time, she was like, she heard a nurse say that black people can tolerate pain better than whites. That's why we don't get the medication when we're in pain and when we're in the hospital. Like, they don't give us medication the way that they give it to white people. And the more I thought about that, it brings me to want to research something, because I'm like, if all the things that our ancestors endured is embedded in our DNA, and they've been whipped and beaten and castrated and mistreated and all of this, if that's come down the bloodline, heck yeah, we'll be able to tolerate pain a lot more. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Because if it's any indication of what our ancestors have been through that has been passed down in our DNA, it would make perfect sense. And like I said, I'm going to do some research on it. It really intrigued me when she said it. I start to think about it. But it's time for us to celebrate. It's time for us to, we need places, community resources and places where we are able to teach our young people about their ancestors, about the people who have paved the way for them. Like I said, I live in Waukegan, and there is a community program on the south side of Waukegan. It's Brother Banks. He teaches the kids about their heritage, about Egyptian kings and queens, and teaches them about their heritage. We need more of that, because if we're solely depending on what they taught us in school, we don't know the half of it. That's why right now our young people, when you say Martin Luther King, like, he's so ancient to young people in this generation, like, they need to constantly see the progression of black people constantly, so that they know that they can do this. So that they know, yes, Martin Luther King was pivotal, Malcolm X was pivotal, but we have present day people that are walking the walk and talking the talk and trying to make a way for us. David Banner is definitely trying to pave the way for us as black people to own our own things, to understand our power that we have. And we got power. I don't care what nobody say, we got power. And it's time out for us dimming our light and not shining our power for the world to see, because God gave it to us. God gave it to us. We have not endured all of this for nothing. We have not gone through all that we are going through for nothing. Real talk. So it is a black parade, and it's not just in February. Hey, Black History, I definitely appreciate us having a Black History Month. But it's time for us to celebrate being black every day, all day. It ain't gotta be a month that we celebrate our people. I love on people every day, every minute, every hour, every second that I can. I pour into people every minute, every hour, every second that I can, because I need you to know God created us fearfully and wonderfully made, and we are dope people, and can't nobody take that away from us. Nobody. I don't care how much they try. There's always people that are going to try to knock us down. It still baffles me to this day, but it's happening. So today, I just wanted to come on and, celebrate being black, encourage you to not dummy down on your blackness. not change who you are to fit into this society that don't even accept us in the first place. What we look like? Like y'all really think we clowns? Like we're not clowns. We're smart. We're resilient. We're fearfully and wonderfully made. We are a great people. Our hair, our skin, our fashion, our music, our dance, our walk, our talk is everything. We are the dopest people on the planet. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. I'm going to celebrate being black. I'm never going to dummy myself down or, you know, conform to what this world say we supposed to be. You know, and for those that say, you know, black people are ignorant, black people are dumb, black people are ghetto, black people are ratchet. Hey, when you say those things, make sure that you go back in history and understand what we've been through. And understand that we still have a process to unlearn and uncondition ourselves from all the mess that we have experienced, that our ancestors have experienced, that has come down the line of our DNA. Before you say that, check yourself and think about that. And that's it, y'all. I thank y'all for joining the Radical Radio podcast. Hey, we are on YouTube. We're also on Periscope, Twitter, Twitch, all those good platforms. You can find us on all podcast platforms. If you have not subscribed to the Radical Radio podcast, please do. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and do so as well. You can find us on Instagram at radical_radio. I'm sorry, no, it's _radical radio. And then you can also find us on Facebook, The Radical Radio. So if you haven't already followed us, liked us, become a fan, go ahead and do so. We would love to have you join the family and come on in the room. We also do a live taping every Monday at 8 p.m. where we have special guests. There'll be entrepreneurs, whether it be community leaders, whether it be people just with a dope story. If you are an individual that fits the bill and you have a dope story to share and you want to share your story, you are able to hit us up at radicalradio2019@gmail.com, and we will send you a guest request form and we will have you on the show. Also, we are about to start doing advertising slots for small businesses. Let me kind of tell you guys why we're doing this. We're doing this because there's so many people out right now that, in order to advertise, you have to pay a whopping number, right? In order to get the word out about your business, you have to pay an astronomical fee to people. Radical Radio started with our own funding, no training, and all of that. And we've gone from being on the radio, a FM station, to doing it out of our home on Zoom when COVID hit, to now having our own podcast studio. So we want to give back to small businesses that are just starting up. We will have advertising slots that are reasonable rates. We do offer rental for our podcast studio here in Waukegan, Illinois, for those of you that are around. We do have reasonable rates to rent out the podcast studio, whether it be to record your podcast, whether it be to have a photo shoot, a small meeting. You can rent out the Radical Radio studios. So with that being said, just, hit us up. If you are interested in being a guest on the show, we are always accepting new guests. So please hit us up. I want to thank my producer, Maxie Norman. As usual, she's the most amazing producer in the land. If you're looking for a producer for your show, she is the one. Her business is Elnor Maxwell, so you can actually look her up on Instagram as well as Facebook, I believe, but I know for sure Instagram. Elnor Maxwell, that's ELNORA Maxwell, MAXWELLLC. She is an event planner, an author, and she is also the producer for Radical Radio and the Paint and Release Show. You can see her. She will be on our show this coming Monday to talk about her new book and talk about all that is Elnor Maxwell and everything that she is doing. I'm extremely excited about this interview. So y'all join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. We will be live in the studio and back with the family. We love you. I hope you guys have a blessed Sunday. Chill out, relax, and be black. And as I always say, be you, be free, be radical. I love you guys. Peace.